My name is Iman.
My name is Emma.
And this is
Like, comment, and subscribe
to the M&M podcast.
To the M&M podcast.
Podcast.
M&M Mondays. We will be uploading a new video for you.
Hit that notification bell. We had to redo the intro because we had audio disturbances, and now we got new mics. So hopefully this is a lot better. But in this episode, Emma, what are we talking about?
We're going to take you on a little journey of our childhoods called what it was like growing up as Gen Z in the early 2000s into being the guinea pigs for social media into what adulthood is looking like for us in our early 20s and how that's really...
Mid now. I'm mid.
Maybe you. Not me, girl. Not me, girl. No, don't rush it yet.
Yeah, clip of Kylie Jenner and Kendall. She's like, Kylie was like, and you're like Kendall, like almost 30. And she's like, I'm 27. That's how I feel right now. Don't call me old. Even Gen Z, like the beginning of Gen Z into where we are now, and I know a lot of millennials could also relate to some of our struggles, not to the extent because a lot of them have homes. We can't afford homes. We don't even know what a house is. Do you know anything about down payment?
We can't even afford to rent an apartment,
That's true.
Studio apartment for $1,500
in New York and now many other places,
where you're working 3 to 4 jobs. Like, my friends are calling me having breakdowns. We're calling each other having breakdowns because we're working multiple jobs. We have no social life. We're not able to do the things that we love and enjoy. Like,
and barely making income out of that too.
And
3 or 4
barely
jobs
even survive. If you want to build some type of savings and have some type of future and some sort of safety net for, like, God forbid something goes wrong, you're not moving out.
No, you're not. The whole thing was like the concept of minimum wage. Minimum wage was made so that you can make this minimum amount of money to pay your bills and to have a sustainable life. And then anything about that, and it's like, yeah, you can go on vacations, you can go do this and that. Minimum wage is not cutting it now anymore at all.
Minimum wage is like
here's some chump change.
Maybe you could do your laundry this week. I don't know.
Laundry is expensive too. What happened to 25 cents laundry?
I just put $30 on my laundry card to do my laundry. And I ran out of detergent halfway through.
And guess how much detergent is? $15. So we're going to talk about the struggles of growing up and how COVID affected it. And what's that in your lap right there?
This bad boy. What she did to me. It's all her fault.
It really be the damn phone, like our mamas used to say.
It's that damn phone.
It really is that damn phone.
Dang, man.
The social media, how that affected us, changed and altered our brain chemistry and the beauty standards that came along with that.
We're the guinea pigs for this, Gen Z. Yeah. Earlier Gen Z, we had some sort of a childhood. We were able to, we played outside. We had landline phones that were literally attached to the wall of your house. We had enough of a childhood, but then once we hit our early preteen years,
everything went wrong. Thank you, Snapchat.
Thank you, Kik.
We're gonna get all into that, so stay tuned.
Okay, insert the rest of the video here. Like, iPad kids?
Very bad.
How often do you go out and you see, a kid glued to their iPad? They cannot eat. I mean, I'm
at a restaurant.
Too, but,
yeah, but
in a restaurant?
In a restaurant, or even at the park or something, they're always on their iPads when you go shopping. And it's like, I get it. We are not parents, so I know parents are going to be like, well, it's really tough being a parent. Then why did you have a kid?
That part.
Is that controversial? Why did you have a kid if you know you can't spend the time and energy taking care of them? And I'm talking about a kid by choice, okay? So we're not talking about the involuntary. We're talking about kids by choice. So, you had a kid to make them glued on, and now AI is their best friend. You seen the AI alien?
Heck no.
That's their best friend now.
No, I don't mess with AI.
Tommy Cat?
I do not mess. Talking Tom.
Talking
I know that man. That's not real for real.
What the hell? So we didn't grow up with that, but we did. We were the first, you said it, guinea pigs. Oh my god.
Guinea pigs of social media and the effects that it then... How old were you
when you had your first social media platform?
I don't remember.
Or phone?
I know, I want to say I was 10, 11. It wasn't a smartphone. Yeah. I had, you remember oh my god, the sidekicks?
Yes.
I had one of those. I
Or the
had like
chocolate bar phones or whatever. Do you remember?
chocolate bar phone.
Yeah, you remember the chocolate? Like they're like this thinny. They look like a chocolate bar. The thinny chocolate bar phones. Oh
No.
my god, would slide up. Or
Mine
the
was like
razors.
mine had like a it was like a touch screen, but it was like the touch screen was just like the your regular like phone keypad.
Oh,
Like the
okay.
1 2 3 4. It wasn't like an actual touch screen, and then it would like flip up
Yes, I
and I
remember
could
that.
like
The
text.
Blackberries. Yeah.
Yes. I was
You were so cool if you
I thought I
had
was
that.
so cool.
Or like the flip phones where you'd be like, you know what? I don't want to talk to you anyway. Bink. Bye. You know, it
We
just
should have got flip phones for
wait.
this.
Let me see your phone real quick. It just doesn't work the same. It's like, well, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And call.
And then like the screen doesn't work, so now you're sitting there like hitting the screen a couple of times.
And they can still hear you like struggling on the other end. It just doesn't work. That was yeah. So I think well, like the generation before the millennials, they had MySpace and Facebook, but like we got introduced to like Instagram, Snapchat, and we were like kind of growing up with that. But also Kick.
Bruh.
Now, raise your hand if you are a part of the group who got groomed on Kick. And raise your hand if someone pissed you off on Kick, you would change your profile to black and put like ... or do only the real ones know as your name. We need to be reimbursed for that trauma that we went through on Kick.
I think we need to like there needs to be like a psychological study on like what happened to like the kids.
Wait, how did they even find us? How did you even find people on Kick? I don't remember. I don't know. Wait, did we? Yeah, you had to give out your Kick to people, right? So how did these men find us?
They would just start looking for like girl names. That was like the whole thing.
Oh yeah, that was nuts. And
insane.
Then what's it called? Tumblr. Were you on Tumblr?
Bro. Yes.
Akeisha Curly. Akeisha Cur.
So then the Tumblr era. Let's go from like Tumblr and Instagram into talking about how like that completely warps your perception of like self.
Beauty
the body
standards.
image that came.
So here's the thing, Emma and I were talking about this before, but basically, like, obviously, throughout all the generations, there have always been specific beauty standards and what you should look like, when you shouldn't look like, through cultures and countries, whatever. The thing about social media, and everybody knows this, is the fact that now you have access to girls and images all around the world and more in your face. So I was saying before, like, you would see these standards on TV or through magazines, but now it's literally right next to you in your pocket.
Escape it.
No. I remember being on Instagram, seeing all these like Victoria's Secret models and like all these actresses, because like now you're seeing the life of Gigi Hadid. Now you're seeing the life of who were popping off back then? I don't even remember, but like all those influencers
and also just like how drastic the change was of beauty standards, where you went from like the early 2000s where it was like you have to be like stick thin, blonde hair, blue eyed, like you have to be like this nice like golden tan or whatever, to then like the Kardashians blow up in the 2010s to like the 2020s, and now it's like the beauty
plastic
standards,
surgery.
Yes. And how unhealthy and like
unrealistic.
Yeah.
And unhealthy. And like I remember back then, it's like if you had a butt, you got made fun of for it. Like, oh my gosh, she has a fat ass. Like, but not in like a sexual way, but literally in a way of like, oh my god, like you may be made fun of her. And a lot of millennials could definitely vouch for that. And now it's like people want you with a bigger butt, and like, and everyone always trying to sell you something as well. Do you remember in like 2000, in the 2010s, it was like 2015 or something, that hair gummy, or like no, the detox tea. Do you remember the detox tea? There was like a whole thing. Kylie Jenner promoted it. It was like this tea. Every single woman celebrity, like influencer, was promoting. It's like a tea you drink and it makes you really, really skinny. And then they found out how harmful it is for you, for your body, especially like it starves you, and the side effects.
Just like how quickly like, and that's the other part of it too, is like what like we were just saying, is like how bad social media is for you when it's like you have these influencers like pushing all of this shit onto you, like try this tea, try these gummies, try like Ozempic, like
Now
you're trying all of these like crazy different things that aren't good for you, that like now you're literally making yourself sick and like doing more harm than good to your body. Like you're actually like killing yourself.
Yeah, it's really sad because like trigger warning, eating disorders. But it is really sad because I remember growing up and I wanted to look so much like the girls on my screen, especially the Tumblr era, where it was like all these like just girly things, and it will literally be like eating a peanut, just girly things. Like, and it was like promoting so much of like being skinny
Even
that
now, still like the girl dinner, and it's like an almond and like
yeah, like we should like that's funny, but at the same time, it's like let's not promote that.
girl dinner
But
is
I
like we just
remember
had pasta and fruit and cake and bread.
we ate well, but I remember again,
Is
trigger
not being
warning.
able to choose. That's what girl dinner is. Girl dinner is not being able to choose, and you have a little platter of everything. Not
Yeah,
an almond, guys.
yeah, seriously. And then I remember Bella or Gigi Hadid like complained about that. But anyways, point being, I remember growing up and giving myself an eating disorder because I wanted to be skinny
Mm-hmm.
so bad. And the saddest thing is, majority of the times, those people who are going through an eating disorder are already at the weight that they want to be at, but they just cannot see it, and that's where body dysmorphia comes in too. And social media really promoted that. And I remember learning, like they did it even in health class. They started talking about it, but it's like when you see these images every single day, you're like, it's so hard for you to love yourself because you're so focused on wanting to turn into someone else.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be someone else so bad. The hair, the makeup, the outfits, the trends that are going on, that you totally forget about your own self identity.
And it's also like
Individuality doesn't exist at
the
all.
the going back to like the change, how drastic the change was of like you need to be like stick thin to like now you need a fat ass and like tiny waist and like big boobs. The way that I
Hourglass.
got like bullied in middle school when we started changing in like the locker rooms for gym class and stuff, and then starting like sports and everything. The way that I got bullied for being skinny, I
That's
was
crazy.
always really, really tiny. But the way these girls would bully me to the point that like I used to like layer on pants. Like I would wear like three
No.
pairs of jeans at a time and then like throw something on like over it or whatever to try and make it look like I was actually like filling out clothes and
Oh
shit.
my god. But
And
I
I stopped changing in the locker room. I would just throw like a pair, there's like a whole thing where we just throw pairs of sweatpants on over like our jeans and just say that we changed.
yeah.
Like I would not take my clothes off.
Yeah. No, I relate heavily with that too. I did not change in the locker room because I didn't, I like, I was actually in the opposite where I was too worried that they were going to call me fat. So I was just like, and I wasn't like a fat or chubby kid growing up, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But like I had that whole mindset too where I'm like, now I'm worried that they will say something. The fact that we're just even worried about someone else saying something about your body is insane, especially in middle school. This is just how kids are. And I just didn't want to be dealing with that. But I remember even by guys calling us flat and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who are you? Like, do you understand what that does? And then when you see that online too, where it's like,
Oh,
oh,
you
if
know what
you're,
else always pissed me off? This is so off topic. But when they were like, oh, he's bullying you because he likes you.
let's be for real.
I got thrown in a trash can in 5th grade. And you're telling me it's because he had a crush on me?
Yeah, no.
He's dead.
Anyways, social media has really that impacted the way we grew up and saw life and lived, and then like, but it was also fun. We talked so much negative, but it was fun to like. Do you remember your first Instagram? Take a picture, and people started doing the whole thing. It's like did it really happen if you didn't snap it or whatever, where
I'm
you had to
crying,
snap
yes.
everything that you did, and like that was back when Snapchat had like Snapchat's so different now, but that was when like you had the best friends list and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. You would stalk people through that. Do you remember Instagram had a whole feed section where you could see what other people who they were following and liking? Like it was
Mm-hmm.
like your
I
feed.
miss the old
I
Instagram,
miss
you
the old
know?
Instagram
Like,
so
it would
much.
literally only show you, like, the stuff from people you follow. Like, on the homepage, it would only
Yeah.
show you, like, the people you followed, and then you'd have the
And it was
explore
in
page for something.
chronological order.
Yes. And then they fricked it up.
Because tell me why I go on Instagram now and I'm liking someone's post from a week ago and I thought it was just posted. You know how embarrassing that is?
I've gotten ones from, like, months ago. And I'm like, why do I look like a psycho right now?
No, because sometimes that happens to me where I'll see like I'll get a notification someone likes my post and it's like I
why
haven't
are
posted in 3 months.
liking my post from, like, 2016?
But then I realized like, oh, it probably just showed up on their feed.
Now I can't
But
even call people crazy in peace. God.
no, you can't. And you can't stalk people properly anymore. They like changed that whole thing. I remember
I
like
love stalking people.
I remember being like, why am I not on your best friend? Like who is actually on your best friend list? Because you could see other people's best friend list on Snapchat. That was cool. That was crazy. They had to calm our generation down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was crazy.
So technology, crazy. Social media, wild.
Going to the moon and stuff, you know?
What? That didn't happen during our time. What are you talking about? The rover? I remember when I was in fifth grade, by the way. I remember I was in fifth grade and I remember reading like the Times articles. I don't know if they made you do that, but like the Time magazine, you had to
Mm-hmm.
like write a report on it. That they had like found something at Mars. And I was like, oh my God, we're about to live in Mars in 5 years.
Bruh.
It's
20 years
2025.
later.
Like, we're still like suffering on this sad earth. Oh, I also want to talk about memes
Not
real
being
quick.
Also not being able to take anything seriously ever.
Yeah.
Kind of
But
goes
I think
hand in
that
hand.
came from like the memes. I remember the story of my first ever meme, like when I saw my first ever meme. I was in fifth or sixth grade, like very young. I don't remember. Like it was maybe before that. I went to my friend's house and I was hanging out with her, and she was like, "Oh my God, Iman, have you seen this?" And I'm like, "Seen what?" She's like, "Have you seen this meme?" What's a meme? That's the first time I thought she was like having a stroke. Like I don't know what she was saying. She
A
pulls
Mimi?
out, yeah, a meme, and she shows me. She's like, "No, a meme," and she shows me. I'm like, "Mimi?" She's like, "No, it's pronounced meme." I was like, "Okay," and then she shows me the troll face. Remember the troll face? Those little comics, those were coming, I think 2011, 2012, like the first meme, or like it's like Obama and the big like text. Those are the old memes. It's like, or like that crocodile or whatever. Like those were like the old like first beginner memes. You remember the kid? I'm gonna insert pictures right here. Like you don't remember any of the memes I'm talking about? I was there for the first making of the meme. And then YouTube, YouTube. Growing up with YouTube,
Was a magical experience.
that was great. 2007. Niga Higa.
Magical.
Snosh.
Stampy Cat. Shane Dawson.
Kids React. You remember Kids React?
Gabby
Teens
Hanna.
React? No, she wasn't back in 2000s. Gabby Hanna was not the beginner. 2007, 2008?
No, definitely not.
No. Epic Mealtime. Jacksepticeye. PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
What's up, bros? No, what is this thing? Hey, bros. What's this thing? No, growing up with YouTube was crazy. I also want to say, me, my brother, and my best friend back in fifth grade. This all happened like fourth, fifth grade. Had a YouTube channel called the Three Man Band, and we would just make stupid videos, and that didn't last long.
Somebody pull it up right now.
I can't find it.
Somebody pull up the channel.
If someone finds any information about the Three Man Band, the number 3 Man Band, if you find any content, because I even went on the YouTube like real back time or like back time machine. Have you seen that website? It's like a website where it has like everything that was ever put on YouTube is there. I typed that in, it's not there. YouTube, you forgot about me. What's her name? Laura, CEO YouTube. It's another guy now though. Lauren, whatever your name is, please give me access to the 3 Man Band. Some good content is on there. I remember me, my brother, and my best friend ate noodles, ramen noodles, and we recorded ourselves eating noodles, and then we were laughing the whole time, and we titled it "Drunk Kids Eating Noodles."
Bruh.
I got a few views. Vine. This is like turning into the nostalgia episode. Like Vine, I was on Vine. You remember Vine?
This is why we can't take anything seriously. Anything that's ever happened to us, we cannot take seriously.
Because we were on Vine. Like these stupid applications that we were talking about iPad kids. We're the brain rot kids. We were Nyan Cat.
Anyway, not being able to take anything seriously, right? So then we fast forward, right? 2020. 2019, the start of it. Coronavirus. Coronacation.
Coronavirus.
We could not take anything seriously. Coronacation, 2 weeks off school, yes, like coronacation, like.
And we celebrated that. You know where it all started? The Ebola. You remember Ebola? No one was taking that seriously. And then Coney 2012, people were making jokes about that too. No, our generation has never taken anything seriously to the point where we're.
It all started with 9/11.
Wait, why am I laughing?
That was my birth story. Was 9/11.
That shaped me as a Muslim. That shaped
You
me.
were alive for 9/11.
What the hell does that mean?
I wasn't alive for 9/11.
I was alive for 9/11. 9/11 is always in my heart. They say don't forget. I can't forget because your people and your country keeps making fun of me and being racist towards me about it. So yeah, I will
Can we
never
talk
forget.
about how traumatic that was? I don't know what if like they did this for you too, but like growing up every year, September 11th rolls around, we have this whole like we're all learning all about it,
yeah.
but then they show us videos of people jumping out of the towers, all like the plane crashing into the, like, they're showing us all this footage. We're watching dead bodies in like 5th grade.
I think to like emphasize how tragic it was, but that's like if Germany showed videos of what happened in the Holocaust.
Oh,
why
there's
would
cameras
we...
in the gas chambers. Huh?
We strayed way too far from the topic. Let's keep that for the conspiracy videos. That's a good topic. All of this we're talking about, and we might get canceled by the government, and our YouTube channel might shut down. Or we might gain a following.
COVID, we cannot take anything seriously, right? But until it actually hit.
Yeah.
Fellow class of 2020 here. Fellow class of 2020.
You were in high school.
It was
in
my
college.
senior year. So we're all joking around, laughing, giggling, kikiing, haha, COVID-19, haha, Coronication, 2 weeks off of school. Until it got serious, and they were like, prom canceled. You know, like 2 weeks before 2 weeks before everything shut down. Like sometime at the end of February, right before everything shut down, my friends and I were all out looking for prom dresses. And I have a video of this dress that I loved. And it was like it was like ties in the back and everything. And it was like an off the shoulder, and it looked so nice on me. And I was like, wow, I'm so excited to like go to prom. Wrong. No prom, no graduation. And then we're like, wait, is this like serious?
So y'all, like, you never had like a prom again?
No.
Like they never.
So
for everybody who missed out on prom, I do want to also reassure you that it's not like the movies, okay? I do want to say that. I did go to prom because that was before COVID. So I don't want anyone to feel really, really bad. It was a great time, but it's not, you could also live without it. I just want to be very clear, so don't worry. But I am very sorry.
I went to school in the ghetto, so like, that shit would have been lit.
Oh yeah, people would have definitely, I don't know. Yeah. I'm so sorry. And no graduation is crazy. But I know a lot of college students did not have a proper graduation as well. I remember one girl I knew was graduating with her PhD. Like, you spend that much time getting your doctorate and your graduation is canceled.
So I was at least lucky enough. So my school was huge. What was your graduating class in high school?
Graduating class?
Yeah.
500 kids.
Okay, mine was like 1,200.
Graduating class?
My graduating class. Not the entire school, my graduating class.
Wow.
1,200 kids. We were lucky enough that the school district decided, like, these kids deserve to have, like, something. Like, they were, like, the entire school district was really, really good about, like, trying to give us something of normalcy the entire time.
Yeah.
That, like, our guidance counselors and, like, all of the, like, administration, like, drove to all of our houses. Like, they did a whole, like, little parade for us. They would drive by our houses and, like, personalized yard signs and everything, and like took pictures with us, but like obviously like social distancing. So like we had one of my guidance counselor came to my house, and like she had like this giant sheet that she made at home, like class of 2020, like and like put like a bunch of handprints on it and like the school colors and everything that we got to hold.
I just wanted to say that reminded me, does anyone remember? Okay, I have beef with anybody whose birthday was during COVID and had the cars driving by honking.
Me.
Are you serious?
I did, yes.
I hated that. That was so obnoxious. Like, I hated it. I was like, dude, okay, we get it, your birthday. Do something. Call, FaceTime.
Why heck no, brother.
Oh my god. Okay, clearly two opposing sides here right
anyway,
now.
It made me feel special.
God. The honking?
Yeah, everyone drove by my house and like dropped presents off in my front yard. They literally like threw stuff out of the car.
Honking? The washing the vegetables? The groceries? It's in a plastic bag and you still washed it?
So anyway, I got really lucky with my school district. We still had a ceremony. But like I said, graduating class was 1,200 kids. We had like 13 different graduation ceremonies because you could only have 100 people on the field at a time. Not just like students, but 100 including like whoever they had with them. So they had to like count all the people that were on the field. I was actually able to like have a ceremony and still like I got to walk across the stage at least.
Okay, that's
like
nice.
I still got something. I didn't get to like hang out after and like take pictures with my friends the way like everyone else could have, but we at least got like something out of it. It was literally you walk across the stage and you left. Bruh. So I didn't get to see like all the people that I went to school with. Like I really didn't get to see them graduate. Like we had like the live streaming the ceremony, but
live streams are real.
Yes, but also got so lucky because can you imagine the end of June sitting on a football field watching 1,200 students walk across the stage?
Yeah, that is a lot.
Cut my ceremony down to like no time.
That is true.
So I am kind of like, I still kind of won.
But that is really sad though. That sucks. Like I forgot there were so many people who didn't get to experience like that last bit of high school. That
Mm-hmm.
is the whole part of being a senior is prom and graduation. COVID happened for me like midway through college for me, so I already had completed like a year and a half of college, and now I was like finishing it. And I really like I didn't really have like a high school experience because I was a big nerd, so I stayed away from like parties
Mm.
and like hangouts and stuff. But so college, I was really excited for because I was like, oh, I'm gonna have like a college experience, a dorm experience. I didn't dorm, but I had friends who dorm, and that all got taken away. I remember when it was the same thing. I was like, a week off of college, let's go. Like a week off of school, I don't have to commute anymore. I don't have to whatever. So excited. And then just things went horribly wrong after that. All the classes went online. A lot of it became asynchronous. So you're teaching yourself. You're no longer in this setting. Like I feel like a lot of I benefited here and there because I am someone who can teach herself. But other times I'm like, what? I don't like. I was supposed to make friends and like
Also,
have an
going off
experience.
of that too, like the end of like high school for me, like we went online and like we didn't really have Zoom classes. It was just kind of like they sent work out on like the online thing. I don't remember what it's called anymore. The online thing, and we just kind of had to submit it. But
Blackboard,
yes,
Blackboard.
but they also kind of just like gave us all a pass. Like I don't think I was supposed to graduate with my advanced regents diploma, but I did.
Oh, okay.
I think I was just supposed to have like a regular
Yeah,
regents diploma, but I got the advanced regents.
yeah.
But they like
That's
let all
cool.
of us like off the hook
Yeah, I
and
think it
gave
was
us
just
like
like a
that.
big struggle people were already dealing with in general and their family and the losing of the jobs. Like it was a big, big issue for everybody involved. And it's like already if you're already poor and dealing with like your poverty, now COVID hits and you're like, what the hell? If you're like you were a business owner hanging on by a string and now COVID hits, your business goes down. There was so much that went wrong. And I think so. A lot of places, I mean, it sounds like your school was good with it. I know a lot of
Mm-hmm.
other schools did not give a crap about COVID and they did not care if your mom was dying. And they're like, no, you still have to attend your classes. I remember I got COVID. Some of my professors were not okay with it at all. And they, like, yeah, I was like genuinely very, very ill. And I was like, I literally cannot get up. I can't get out of my bed. Like, I don't even know how I'm texting you right now. I had my brother text my professor, and he was like, "Well, you've already missed a lot, like X amount of days." I'm like, "I literally have COVID, and my dad's in the hospital. Like, what are you talking about?" Like,
It's
anyways,
crazy.
crazy. Point being, this whole thing we're talking about being, I know everyone was included in COVID, every single generation, but for Gen Z, it's like you're so excited for someone like you who's like getting out of high school, you're gonna start your whole life, you're gonna go to college, and then Gen Z on my end, we're only a few years apart, but still, like I'm like, okay, like college is gonna be exciting, and I'm gonna get a new job soon in a few years, and then COVID hits you, your whole adulthood is taken away from you. And now,
Mm-hmm.
cut to 5 years later, COVID's been around for 5 years. People, so many people I still know who have graduated college. First of all, one, a lot of Gen Z people did not even finish college and or couldn't finish college because of COVID. Two, those who did prosper and got a degree, aka someone like me or other people, can't find a job now because the economy is so crap. I was just
COVID online Zoom university, my first year at school, I could not, and like it's not just like us too, but professors too. Like I had so many professors that didn't know how to like
work Zoom.
yeah, and like how to set it up. Like that's why I dropped out of school is because like I dropped out of college my like a semester and a half in. I was like, I can't do this. Like none of my professors know what they're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I cannot teach myself statistics.
Yeah. And it's
So
not a classroom environment to have like 20 different screens on Zoom and like
yeah,
people cutting in and out and trying to present it. When I don't even know why they still did group presentations where you have five different people in five different locations trying to present one thing, and it's like, okay, Edgar, it's your turn, and then Edgar has to unmute and then take say his side, and there's
yeah.
technical difficulties where people. Well, have
Like
you seen that people would like on purpose mess up their audio so they didn't have to present. Like they
yeah,
downloaded something on their computer
yeah.
to do that. Or say my camera's not working, they literally just
So
tape
then
something.
the point that you made of like you either graduated and like got a degree and you can't find a job or like you drop out, and I was working 3 jobs. I got no sleep
Yeah.
trying to like figure out how to keep myself afloat and like my family.
And keep in mind, we
I'm
are
18 years
18
old.
exactly. I was gonna say you are 18, 19 years old. Like at that time. Like that is wild for
Like
someone that age to be doing something like that and barely making enough to provide for themselves.
18 years old worrying about all that stuff is insane. Like, yeah,
It's
like at
absolutely
some point
insane.
you start to like grasp the concept, but I shouldn't, at 18 years old, I should not be feeling like I am a mother of two trying to help keep my parent, like
Yeah.
my mom and my brother from like starvation and like being out on the
Yeah.
streets.
Paying your rent. A lot of people got kicked out because they couldn't afford
Yeah.
your rent. And it's just insane. Because now, again, 5 years later, it's not like things have gotten better. I was just on the phone with one of my friends saying, like, at this point, at least in America, don't know about other countries, but I know unemployment is pretty bad all around the world. But in America, it's like we're kind of getting into a recession at this point. And you
Yes.
cannot tell me we're not, because the amount, like the cost of living, like you said, the unemployment rates, and all this stuff about like the ghost job postings. Like, what is that? The gas prices being extremely high, no one can afford that. First of all, it keeps going up and down, but it's like never at an affordable rate. The cost of groceries, it used to be so much cheaper to just buy food and make it and eat it. It doesn't even matter anymore. You go out, you're spending the same amount of money eating out versus buying groceries. Groceries are insane. Why is a box of chocolate cookies Oreos? Why are Oreos like $6 now? Why is a box of cereal that used to be $2 3 $7 for a regular size, not even family size?
Mm-hmm.
Doritos, Cheetos. Okay, let's talk about essentials. Apples. Why is one single apple almost 2.49?
Eggs are $20.
Eggs are $20, and that's the whole bird flu. Come on now, you're telling me farmers aren't prepared for these kind of things? I don't think that's the case. Milk, bread. I remember a loaf of bread used to be $1. And that's the cheapest you could get. The most, if without going fancy, would be $3. Now it's like 4.49 for one loaf of bread, and it's not anything fancy. It's not brioche. It's not like, it's just one regular white bread. 2.49, 3.49. How are you feeding anybody with that cost? And we're in New York, but like again, it's affecting all throughout
My
the
best
country.
friend lives in Florida and like in like a retirement town too. I went down to visit her and she almost canceled the trip on me because of she was literally having breakdowns over the fact that like she's struggling to pay her bills. Like she
Yeah.
cannot keep up. Her parents were kind enough. She has great parents who still went out of their way to help try and help her and pay off some of her bills and stuff because they can afford to do that because
Yeah.
they've accrued all this money.
Yeah. And I also hate when I hear the older generation say things like, "Oh, Gen Z doesn't want to work. Oh, they're so
Whoopi
lazy."
Goldberg.
She said that?
You didn't see that?
No.
The whole okay, I'm
Tell
gonna
me about
find it.
it.
So there was this whole what is it, Good Morning America she's on. She tried to have this whole debate over again, this that exact thing. Gen Z's complaining about, oh, we can't afford this, you don't work hard enough, blah 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 blah. And this man literally went and pulled up all the statistics from what it's like in the 60s versus now. Like the cost of living has increased by like I don't remember the exact number, so don't quote me. Like the cost of living has increased 20%. So instead of like earning like $10 an hour, or like instead of something being like your rent is like $100 a month, it's now $1,000 a month. But instead of making like before you were making like $10 an hour, you're making $11 an hour now.
Well,
It's not everything's not going up.
I'm sorry. If you only want to work 4 hours, it's going to be harder for you to get a house. We busted our behinds. We had to bust our.
Hi, Whoopi. I'm Freddie. I run numbers on the internet, and I got to show you something. The minimum wage in 1980 was $3.10. It is now $7.25. The average salary was $12,500. It's now $59,000. And the median household income was $22,000, and now it's only $77,000 for a 3.5 times increase. However, rent was $243 on average. Now it is $1,900 for a 7.8 times increase. The median house price was $47,000. It is now $419,000 for an 8.9 times increase. And the big one, college, was $2,300. It is now $30,000, 13 times more expensive. Our median household income, to feel like they did back then, for rent should be $171,000 for the family, and for college, it'd be equivalent to our family making $286,000. And to remind everyone, the median household income is $77,000. So Whoopi, with all due respect, I think millennials and Gen Zs have it at least 8 to 10 times harder than you all did.
I saw that. I think I saw like maybe not the same thing, but I saw like statistics. Someone showed it up. Someone showed it. Like for example, buying a house. It used to be like you make this amount of income, and then this is how much the houses cost. So you would always be making way more, like three, two, three, four times as how much houses cost back then.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's like you're not even making close to the like a down payment of a house or a mortgage of a house. So now all these people who are like again later Gen Z, right before the millennial cusp, like 25, 26, 27. Like, I remember, like, even my sisters who are 10 plus years older than me, millennials, when they were like 22, 22, 24, they were ready to buy a house. They had money to buy a house. They were getting married, had a kid, whatever. And like, because a lot, I like to think about it, like even my mom and stuff like that. But that's way later. I'm talking about even the millennial generation wasn't as bad as ours. It's like I cannot even imagine having a kid right now because I could barely afford living myself. And it breaks my heart because it's not like I don't want to have a kid. It's not like I don't want a house. It's not like I don't want these things. And I know a lot of people can relate to that. And because of money, because we can't afford it, because we can't even find a damn job, we have degree, we have
And-
experience, we have this and that,
I'm making $30 an hour,
and still can't afford
and I
living.
can't afford.
That's insane. $30 an hour working over 40. I know you do not work 40 hours. I know you work more than that because you
And
be
I
doing overtime.
still can't afford it.
That's insane. And like that is why I get so mad when the older generation's like, well, Gen Z doesn't want to work. Oh, they need a sick day, or they need a wellness check. Oh, they this mental health, yeah, because one, the way of living is horrible.
Like, for me to find a place that I can afford, I'm looking at like a studio apartment with like no kitchen, like I don't even have a tub. It's like a standing shower.
Run down.
Like no natural sunlight, like in somebody's basement. That's like not even like a legal like apartment.
You could probably fit one couch, call it a day. Like the square feet is so tiny, so minimal.
No, it's a studio apartment where you're lucky that you can fit like a queen size mattress.
That's what I'm saying. Like you literally put one couch and that's it. And that's probably $1,500-$1,600. Right?
Yeah.
And the landlords like to say, well, we'll look at our mortgage, look at us. Well, okay, so we're all in the same boat. I'm tired of people saying that, like, oh, Gen Z this, Gen Z that. We have been given nothing to set our future up
for success at all.
Absolutely not. Advice? Start a podcast and hope it goes somewhere. No, yeah, so these are some of the struggles. We just want to talk about it because we're like, it's just something that's been on my mind. Like, I don't want to say unemployed because I do have a job, but it's at a grocery store. And it's like, that's not my career. That's not what I went to school for 4 damn years for. But I know a lot of people are struggling with student loans plus the interest. So it's just getting
also
worse
the
and
other
worse.
part of it too is like the cost of schooling, the student loans that you have to take out where you owe by the time that you're done with school, you owe a couple $100,000.
So it doesn't even matter if you get a 6-figure job after school, which you're lucky even if you do, because you're just paying off everything you went to school for.
Of jobs that you're getting these loans for, you owe a couple $100,000. Your starting pay is going to be like $50K, $60K if you're lucky.
Oh, don't get me started on that. Because tell me why I've been looking for jobs. And if you want to do a change of career, so you don't, because a lot of these jobs are like, you need 6 years of experience. Where am I supposed to get that? Anyways, you type in entry level for whatever job you want, marketing, sales, accounting. Do you guys not know what entry level means? The people who are posting this job, entry level means that there should be no experience required. You may or may have a degree and you have job training. Why am I seeing an entry level position having asked for 2 to 3 years of experience? You're entry level. The definition of entry level is you get in there and you learn and you move up from there. No entry level position should be requesting any kind of type of years of experience.
And like the worst part is too is I feel like you can't do anything and you can't get anywhere without having some type of connection. You can't just like, I did this myself. I went to school. I got good grades. I worked my ass off. I'm gonna go and take this interview at this job.
Yeah,
you can't do that. It's like, oh yeah, no, my uncle and my cousin like both know this
guy. Always that. It's always
you
that.
have to have some type of connection.
My cousin's girlfriend.
You have to know people.
I always say, like, I get it now, like the
connections is good, but like that should not be the yes or no of me being able to do this.
I always heard the saying, and now I get it. Growing up, it's like it's not what you know, it's who you know. And it's like, again, that's not how life should be, because there are a lot of people who are getting opportunities with absolutely no any kind of knowledge, not qualified, just because they knew that person. And a lot of jobs do this too, where they'll only specifically look at applicants who are referred versus those who are just. Let's
look at the state of our political.
Yeah. Okay, Jaden Smith, you want us to talk about it? Here we are. We're talking about that.
Elon Musk
Wait, is that not what you were referring? Can we talk about this, the political, economical state of the world? Jaden Smith? We're doing it. And Jaden Smith, what are you doing for us? You want us to talk about the political, economical state of the world? We are. Now what? We're gonna end this podcast and we're still gonna be poor. So what is us talking about it gonna do? This is why we're an unserious generation. And we're like, ha ha hee hee, because of that. Because what else? We just have to
How
laugh
long
at the
until we
pain.
get drafted for World War III? Because I'm ready for it to be over.
Bruh. For what to be over this country?
All of it. It's real rough, guys. It's real rough out here. Praying for you guys.
Just be positive. Look, as a generation, all we can do is support each other and be there for each other. And whatever we can do, help your friends out, help your family out. Subscribe to this channel.
Help us out.
Like, subscribe. That helps a lot. Comment down below. Comment down your struggles.
Tell us why.
Just tell us why. Elon Musk.
What are you doing in politics?
Our number is down below, so if you want to just zell us $1 million,
If you want to sell us
You
like
know
a couple
what?
billion.
Just to end this on a note, if every single billionaire, let's not even say in the world, in America, gave us 1% of their money, someone can do the math of a billionaire.
Bruh.
It would set us up for life and wouldn't even hurt them a dime. So we're waiting. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Musk.
Bye. Bye. M&M Mondays. She wants to make fun of me for not getting up and turning off the light. She's holding a whole gadget in her hand. What is this, like, this whole gadget? What is this? Bro, this is what they used to put in the computers back in the 2000s. That's the battery.
When he thinks he's blocked?
That's the whole, what does that even mean? That's the whole car battery.
You've never seen the memes of, like, you can call them on the vape?
You can call people on the vape.
What the heck, boy?
Boy, what the hell? No, we don't promote that on this
It's
channel.
the constellations.